Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on You Are Not My Mother, a horror movie which looks pretty creepy. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. The links are in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, get Little Joan a treat. If you buy a book, Little Joan gets a treat. She's so hungry. So hungry, the little dog. Kindle Unlimited is free. And don't forget, tomorrow is the 2 p.m. live stream. Every Sunday, we're doing the live stream as much as Little Joan can handle. She usually bags out when she's not in the mood to sit around and be comfy. Right, Joan? All right, let's get into it. You Are Not My Mother. The premise is, it takes place in the UK. This is your protagonist, a young girl whose mother disappears one day. She dropped her off at school, sees her car somewhere abandoned, goes walking home, finds it after school, and her mother's missing for a bunch of days. And apparently this happened before, right before. She's very tense, and the girl doesn't know why. And then suddenly the mother returns, but she's different. She's acting weird and totally different, and the girl is trying to figure out why. And it's either the grandmother or the aunt, I'm not sure which, an older woman who says, yeah, eventually figures out, yeah, that's not your mother, and we have to get her back, or else they're going to take you too. So this is the older woman. Might be a grandmother. She might be old enough to be grandma. So I'm thinking it's a witch movie. It's a whole witch thing, right? Because this is a very witchy thing, the burning of the witch or the burning of a bonfire. It's a little model here, probably at school. It takes place in the UK. Typically witches are females, so they're all females here. And at some point, I think the mother starts to, or the fake mother starts to disintegrate. And then it's called You Are Not My Mother, and then the logo does this, right? So it's funny. I did something similar in an upcoming Piney stories with the witches, about how the witches sometimes do a bit of a duplicate thing. This is in cinemas and on digital April 8th. And I can't read this. Oh, come on, YouTube. What are you doing to me? Let's see if I can pause it. There we go. Oh, go back just a little. There we go. Okay, written and directed by Kate Dolan. All right, doing all the heavy lifting here. I don't recognize any of the actors' name. Hazel Dupe, Carolyn Bracken, with Ingrid Craigie and Paul Reed. So I would assume they're probably BBC actors and actresses that have a bit of a name, and that's why they're in the movie, but they're not main characters. I would assume Hazel is the main girl, since her name is first. So yeah, this looks interesting. It looks creepy, right? It looks creepy because it's in the UK. That, I think, that lends a little more air of authenticity to a movie about witches, you know, because it's a little more, you know, like UK or Ireland. Those are areas in the world where witches are a thing. You need woods, I think, sometimes, but if you don't have woods, Ireland and the UK gives it a little more. You know, witches are universal in some respects, but you associate them, I think, more with the UK and Ireland. There's more tales there. Although in Africa, a lot of African cultures, there's a lot of tales. But I think the witches are a little different there. So yeah, this is very unsettling and right in my wheelhouse. So first act, of course, the mother disappears and nobody's sure why, and they're looking for her, and it's weird. Second act, she reappears, and everybody's relieved, but there's something off. So the second act's all about, what's wrong with her? Why is she acting this way? She's not the same. What happened when she disappeared? She won't tell anybody. And then late in the second act, into the third act, they realize this isn't the same woman, and they have to find where her real mother is and save her because of some time limit, supernatural related time limit. I think supernatural time limits tend to be more realistic for the narrative because you can kind of make up the rules, and as long as you sort of stick to them, you're good. There's a little more flexibility there. It doesn't have to be grounded in reality either. You know, it might be something as simple as, well, we have to do this by the next full moon, you know, that kind of thing. And then you could time that however you want. So from a screenwriter standpoint, I think there's a lot more flexibility in a narrative like that. It also can be very symbolic of the relationships of mothers and daughters, which are often very volatile, especially at this age. But it's interesting to note that the lead girl here seems to be the level-headed one. So that's interesting too. It's the mother when she comes back who's like off her nut. So it looks very interesting to me. So I'm definitely going to look for it. You Are Not My Mother, coming April 8th. Creepy. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Bitchute, Rumble, and Odysee for our other 2 videos. We do 4 videos a day. News Blast and a Hollywoke Hot Take. And don't forget, 2 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday, for the live stream. See you there.